Good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of Team Tucker Treks. It's Martin, and thank you for tuning in to our channel today. Today's episode, we're going to be looking at unboxing this Sportsman's box. We've never had this box before. We've done mystery tackle box. We've done some other cash crate boxes for if you'd like geocaching. But I've never done a Sportsman's box before. It's just supposed to have camping and hiking and hunting and just a whole broad spectrum of stuff. So for us avid outdoors people like we are, I mean, we love doing stuff outdoors. Hence the name Team Tucker Treks. We love outdoor adventures. And this is just a box for us to help us enjoy outdoor adventures. Maybe, who knows, there may be stuff in here we don't like. We may can give it away. If there's stuff we like, you guarantee we're going to be using it. We'll give you some kind of review on it when it comes to that time. So let's open this box up and just see what we have here in this box. Pull out the old trusty knife. Set it aside. Let's see what we got in here. I believe this box is from the month of December. I have not looked in this box yet. Ooh, got some nice stuff. Let's see here. December Sportsman's box. So just to show you, this is a little card you get in the Sportsman's box that tells you about what everything's in there, about what the retail price or what they think is the foreseen retail price. But let's just read over this and go over a little bit of what's in this box. It says right off the bat, first thing in the box, at a value price of $29.99, the Dark Energy Plasma Lighter. I've never heard of that. So let's look at it and see what this is. The Dark Energy Plasma Lighter. It says windproof, waterproof, and USB chargeable. It's a lighter and a flashlight combined. It's be pretty nice. It'll probably end up going in my hiking bag. I don't see much of a need to go in my hunting bag to put for my hunting supplies or my kids' hunting supplies. So this will end up going into our hiking bags, or probably maybe our even our camping stuff. So we'll see. Next up is the cables, the original zips, valued at $14.99. I've seen these before. I've actually had a pair of these. They're actually really nice. They're sunglass keepers, or if you have prescription glasses like I do, they'd be great for keeping good for keeping your prescription glasses around your neck. If you take them off, say if you're fishing, or if you're just taking them down to wipe your face if you're sweating, this keeps them around your neck from having to fold them up and get fingerprints all over them. These are pretty nice. Just like my second pair. Sadly, I lost my original pair because I was wearing them on my head. I took them off my head. Instead of putting them on my neck, I put them on top of my hat. And I was fishing at the Ross Barnett Reservoir. And I stepped on a rock and some wasp came out. And I went to take my hat off and swat at the wasp. Well, I threw my Oakley sunglasses and my cables zips thing in the water in the reservoir. Didn't have them anymore. So those got lost. So it's good to have another pair. Next up is called the Hunter's Cloak. The original price on the Hunter's Cloak Gen 2 is $36.99. So let's look at the Hunter's Cloak. This is a Hunter's Cloak mist system. Electronic mister. It's for silent operation and won't spook the prey. I guess it's for like a cover scent. If you look on here for the electronic mister, I'll let you read the back. You know, pause it and read that. Feel free to do that. A concealment, attractant, or as a lure. So you can actually change whatever you want in these and have whatever kind of cover scent or lure scent you want, whether it be doe estrus or buck estrus or you want to use fox pea or whatever you want to use. I advise don't use the skunk urine because that stuff is terrible. I accidentally put some on my daughter's boot one time, and I thought I was going to have to burn them things. But this is the Hunter's Cloak Mist System. Let's see what it says about this on here. It says, we are confident you will find use in the cover-up scents. So we went ahead and got you an extra refill, more cover scents, mosquito repellent, and attractants can be found by emailing into us, and we can hook you up. So that's pretty good. So you get all kind of cover scents, all kind of lure scents with this, and this is something I'm about to look into. This is definitely going to come in handy right now in hunting season. We're at the middle end of our rut season here in Mississippi. So this will come in great use for the end of this season since we're right in January. It'll be good to use this right off the bat. I'm actually starting to teach my younger 3 about using scents, about using rattles and calls and grunts. And the latest video you saw, if you happen to tune into it, I took my middle son Parker. We went hunting and actually had him learn how to do the Nightingale rack pack. And he actually started learning how to do a grunt call. It's kind of funny. I don't know if it sounded more like a cow or a distressed goat or a deer, but he's learning, so we just had fun with it. Next up, it's called the Hunter Cloak Case for $14.99. Now, this is nice. So they actually give you a case to carry this around in, either on your person or keep it in your bag. But this is pretty nice. I definitely keep this in the case to where I can keep it either where on my person, on your arm. You could strap it around a small tree. You could actually hang it from a branch, or this just to carry it to where you keep it in your bag and keep it safe from getting beat around in your other gear in your bag. And last in this box is an extra Hunter's Cloak concealment mist. It's called Earth. So I got 2 Earth refills that goes with this, which is awesome. It'll come in great handy. I guarantee we'll probably end up using all this up before the season's over with. We started using, I let my son Parker learn how to put some decoys out. We got some dreamy decoys, a dreamy buck and dreamy doe decoy that we put out, and had him learn how to do the doe estrus, trailing it behind that doe decoy, that dreamy doe decoy. And using that buck as a calling, basically a calling card on the beginning or the front portion of that food plot to try to get something called in. We didn't have any luck, but he's learning, and I want them to learn to be able to continue to do this, to enjoy the outdoors and enjoy hunting together as a family. Hopefully this year that all 3 of them will be able to get a buck, get a doe, get some kind of deer, get backstrap. We need meat in the freezer. Meat in the freezer. That's what we're looking for. Can't eat the horns. Horns are awesome. I got 1 pair of horns sitting up here on the wall. It's one of the biggest ones I've ever killed. It's a nice 8-point. That's one of my biggest deer I ever killed. I've never been one day. I've never been big on having one mounted just because of the cost, but it's awesome. I want to have one done eventually. But as I was younger, when I actually killed this first big buck, I didn't have it mounted. I didn't really care to have it mounted. I just cut the horns off, stuck them in something. I think I used them for rattling for a season, but then I made this plaque up on the wall and actually display the horns up there. That was actually my first biggest buck. Prior to that, my biggest buck was a little scrawny 3-point when I was 12 years old. I killed this bigger 8-point when I was 16. But it's just awesome to be able to do that. Awesome to be able to enjoy life together in the woods as a family. Hopefully we can be able to use some of this stuff. I'm pretty much sure that if I don't use these cable sunglasses things, my boys are going to steal them pretty quick. But definitely this electronic mister and this flashlight and lighter is going to come in handy, especially camping, because we're learning how to do some camping and using tools for camping. And then they're actually like using these tools instead of using a match or just a big lighter. They like using this stuff because it's accessible and has a multi-use to it. But that's December's box, guys and gals. I hate, one thing I don't, it's like you say, fellow outdoorsmen, but it's, fellow outdoors peeps. Because look, there's men and women alike that love the outdoors. My daughter loves that. All 3 of my daughters love the outdoors as much as we do, which is a great thing. But anybody that loves the outdoors would love what comes in this Sportsman's box once a month. Or I think you can get it quarterly as well. But this is a great thing to have. And it says retail value on this whole box is $93. And I think we paid $40 for this box. So it's not bad. It's a good price. You get your return on this and much more, and you'll be able to enjoy it. I'm pretty sure there may be some stuff you get and you're kind of like, I don't know if I need that. But I haven't seen that yet. This is my first one, so who knows what's to come. I'm excited to see what comes in the next one. So that's our box today for the Sportsman's box. This is a box that you can get for yourself or for a loved one. Look them up on the internet. You can get these in subscription boxes. And you can tailor it to your like. And you can get it bigger or smaller. But either way, I think you'll get something good out of it. Hey, thank you for joining today. But before we leave, I want to share a little something with you. I'll be right back. Before I leave you today, I just wanted to share a little devotion with you. Something I do is I like to read these devotions. I like to share these devotions. I do these several times, whether it be on Facebook or just putting them out in public or private groups. And sometimes maybe it doesn't need to be private. Maybe I need to put it out there for public because more need to hear the Word of God and hear how God can come in and enrich your life and change your life and help mold you to the person that we need to be for His sake. But I just want to share something with you in this devotion. This devotion I'm going to be sharing with you for a series is called God's Country. It's a devotional for the outdoorsman. It's just something I read into that I wanted to share for this just short series, and I want you to follow along if you can. Just know that we're going to be in Genesis 1, so if you want to read over Genesis 1, and if you're familiar with that, then great. Then let's follow along with this devotion, and let me share this with you today. It says, have you ever taken part in any activity in the great outdoors? It is hard to doubt that God created everything that you can see. Take a minute and read Genesis 1. From the most beautiful mountains to the lush green valleys, a mere trickle of water from a spring soon becomes a branch, stream, and rushing river, all in no time. The world is some kind of ecosystem. How could something so perfect just evolve? No chance. The beauty and balance of nature is beyond our human comprehension and understanding. A greater power must be responsible for such perfection. The human body itself is too intricate in its design to have merely evolved from a tadpole. There are many theories on the creation of the world and mankind. Who knows exactly how God created everything? God's ways are higher than ours. We are not necessarily supposed to understand it, but to accept it with simple faith. Thank you, Lord, for all that you have so richly blessed us with. May we always respect and preserve your precious gift. The picture on this book on this page is talking about the mountaintop view in Morgantown, North Carolina. So if you want to look at that. And just a short insert on the end of this is from Colossians 1:16. It says, for by him all things were created, things in heaven and things on earth, visible and invisible. Whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things were created by him and for him. I just want to say thank you for joining this episode today. Know we're bringing many more. Whether we'll be out hiking or playing disc golf or geocaching or munsey hunting. If you don't know what munsey hunting is, look it up. It's just like geocaching, but a little different. We could be fishing. We could be hunting. It's just enjoying the outdoors together as a family. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I look forward to see you real soon. Thank you for viewing this episode of Team Tucker Treks. God bless.